Hey guys, Alan Van Toy here from SimpleCrew and CrewFire with the next video in our Brand Ambassador series. And in this video, we're going to go over the ever important question of how to motivate or pay your brand ambassadors. This is answering that classic question. So I forget who told me this, but everybody tunes in to WIIFM. What's in it for me? So with that, let's jump into it. Who am I? You know who I am at this point. I did an intro in the first video, but plenty of experience in marketing and street teams and brand ambassadors. Started working at Red Bull and then eventually started building my own products, SimpleCrew and CrewFire. So you can check those out. But let's jump into how to pay or motivate your street team and brand ambassador program. The dichotomy here, the breakdown is, are you going to pay them with cash or with non-monetary incentives? Can you hear that dog going crazy? So let's start with why this is a big question. And it's the question of intrinsic motivation. You can look this up. Excuse me. There's something called the motivation crowding theory. And this quote is straight from Wikipedia, but it's that idea that extrinsic motivators such as monetary incentives or punishments can undermine intrinsic motivation. And basically what that means is if you start paying someone for something that they love to do, that they would love to do anyway, if you start paying a volunteer, then all of a sudden it stops being about the love and the passion, and it starts becoming about the money, even if the money would be nice to have. So if you have people that are passionate about your brand or the events or the lifestyle that you're promoting, or the identity that you're promoting, if you can find ways to motivate them without using monetary incentives, then you can really channel their passion and channel their intrinsic motivation. But if you do start to pay them cash, then they're going to start doing it for the money, no matter how much money it is, whether it's a little or a lot. It'll change their motivation and their behavior. This is classic, they call it like behavioral theory right here. So with that, let's talk about first the non-monetary things that you can do to mobilize and really engage or motivate your brand ambassador program. First is recognition. Off the top of my head, one of the best examples I've seen of this is there's a singer named Austin Mahone. I've never heard his music, but I've seen his street team in action on Twitter. He's like it looks like he's like a teeny bopper kind of artist, kind of like Justin Bieber or something. So anyway, he'll do these Twitter campaigns where he gets literally thousands of his fans to share his content, and the prize that they can win is a tweet from him, like a shout out from him on Twitter if they do a really good job promoting. So recognition is great. You can even do things like, when I worked for fanmanager.net, it was a street team management company. They had a rotating, every month they'd have a street teamer of the month profile on their homepage. And, especially when you're young and you don't have that much work experience, if you're talking about like high school or college age brand ambassadors, I took a screenshot of that and included that on my resume for a long time. I mean, it's an honor and it helps to be recognized. So that's just one way to do it. Another way you can do recognition is you could do phone calls with the band, or phone calls with the entrepreneur, or phone calls with the owner. You could do meet and greets. You can do special sound checks. So it's like for a band doing a sound check, they could invite their street team to the sound check. These are ways to make people feel recognized. The next thing you could do is give away free product. If you're a product company or a product business, this is a great way to get people involved. Just giving away samples. Another thing you can do is give discounts. So for restaurants or bookstores or any small business, you could ask your community to get involved, and they in exchange for discounts from your shop. You can do giveaways. You can offer college credit. So for interns, this is a great way to motivate people. And I got college credit at a lot of the street teams that I participated in. Guest list tickets, events. This goes back to the idea from the previous videos of building a community. And that's actually not listed here, but that's important. A powerful way to motivate people is to create a community that they can participate in. And so that way, it's like when you work out, I like to say it's like when you're working out with a partner, you're always motivated to do your best work, to give it the extra, the last 10, the extra 10%, or that really sets you over the edge. When you're working out with other people, you're more engaged and more motivated. Same thing happens with street teams. So events are a great way to find that community building. And so these are just some ideas in the non-monetary motivation sphere. The other side of the coin is monetary incentives, and there's 4 main ways that you can do monetary incentives depending on what kind of business, product, service, brand, whatever it is that you're promoting, depending on what kind of business you are. Some of these might fit better than others, just like with the non-monetary stuff. The first is hourly pay. This is really basic, but for every hour that you pay, or for every hour that you're out there street teaming or representing, will compensate you. For this, you want to have some sort of you want to make sure that you have some sort of process in place to if you're not going to be on site with them, you want to have some sort of system to keep them accountable for their for how long they're out there. Unit basis. So this, by unit basis, I mean like an example of this would be if you have posters or signs, bandit signs or We Buy Houses signs or political signs, you can pay them per sign that they distribute. So this is very common for real estate people or for some concert venues. They'll do like, you get, here's a stack of 20 signs, and or here's a stack of 100 signs, and you get $2 per sign that you put out. And at the end of the day, they can earn up to, $200 if they put all 200 signs out. Now, for this, of course, you want to make sure that you have some sort of system in place to make sure that you can keep them accountable for exactly how many signs or posters or whatever, how many units they've distributed. And photos are a great way to do this, and that's what we actually built SimpleCrew for. So a little shameless plug there. If you're going to do any of these and you need an accountability tool, that's what we built SimpleCrew for. Okay, affiliate basis, and this is where you give people an affiliate commission. And the affiliate commission can either be cash. An affiliate commission simply means if someone, you have to have some way to track how many people one of your ambassadors referred, and then you pay them every time someone comes to your business. So a great example of this is Uber. Uber has a brand ambassador program, some of my friends here do, that you can create a unique code, and then every time someone uses your code to sign up for the app for the first time, you get credit to your Uber account. And so it's kind of like an affiliate thing. Who else does this really well? Dropbox, PayPal. PayPal did that famous promotion where if you referred people to PayPal, they'd get $10 and you'd get $10. So it's a little bit of an affiliate commission. And Dropbox does this. So if you refer people to Dropbox, you can earn up to, I forget what it is, like an extra 10 gigs of free space, of storage space. And so that turns their entire customer base into their brand ambassadors. So affiliates can be a really powerful way to motivate your customers to become kind of like casual brand ambassadors for you. And conversion basis is related, but this is something I see in the nightlife space a lot where like you see this in Vegas, right? Like people handing out flyers that say free, this flyer is good for one free entry before midnight or something, and on that flyer is the street teamer or the brand ambassador's unique referral like code or whatever, or their name is on it, and at the end of the night, the promoter can see, or the venue can see how many people each individual promoter actually referred, and then compensate them accordingly. So it's kind of like an affiliate basis. And so those are the 2 ways. And then the overarching thing here, no matter what you do, I really always recommend community building. I've mentioned it in previous videos. I'll probably mention it again before this series is done. But community building, it makes it more fun. It makes people do better work, and you get like really clear shared learning experiences. So by this, what I mean, it's kind of like a study group. If you can get people to rally around your brand and create events that people build relationships with other brand ambassadors around, then they can share their learning, and that's really powerful. And the last is you get really high fidelity feedback. And if you build a community of people, whether it's in-person events or on a Facebook group, or you have a message board or an email list or a group chat channel, you as the manager or the business owner can get really clear feedback about what's working or what you need to tweak. And that's an extremely important component to any business practice in general, not just brand ambassadors, but always getting feedback from your constituents, from the people that are taking part. So that's it. That's how you motivate or pay your street teams or your brand ambassadors. If you have any questions, as always, please contact me, Alan, at CrewFire.com. Any questions that you guys send me, they really help me think about what questions you guys have about brand ambassadors or street team marketing, and I'm always open to new ideas for new videos or blog posts or anything. And of course, check out we have a suite of free tools, or not free tools, sorry, a suite of tools that help people with brand ambassador and street team management. CrewFire is a tool that helps you reach more people on Twitter and Facebook using your brand ambassadors, and that's CrewFire.com. Check that out. And SimpleCrew is our we've been doing this one for 3 years now. CrewFire is new. SimpleCrew has been around for 2.5, 3 years now. It's a brand ambassador and street team management platform. It helps you streamline your reporting processes so that you can run your street team with more accountability and more profitable. So check those out. And thanks for watching, guys. In the next video, we'll talk about how to manage your street team, some tips and tricks around actually managing your brand ambassador and street team program. So join me in the next video. Thanks.